Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Pregame from the Pond, Madison Mallard pregame show. Derek Brizendine alongside Garrett Weller. Garrett, Mallards took on a red-hot Kenosha team last night and came away with a big win.
Yeah, that's definitely contributed to our pitching last night. We had Bukkake on the mound, and he had some ducks on the pond, but made sure no one scored and kept his ERA down to 0 for the whole game, and so did the rest of the team. And he even won with such a great performance last night. He even got the Northwoods League Player of the Night.
And that was a pretty big honor to get that pitcher of the night there, especially going against a Kenosha team that was only their 6th loss on the year. Those bats have been hot, and they had a great pitcher on the mound as well in Serio, who was 4-0 to this point with an ERA under 1, and they really got to him there, getting 3 runs off him, which is huge.
Yeah, their pitcher, did a good job as well, but the Mallards came up with some timely hits. No, we didn't get a lot of hits last night, but they all came one after another when you need them. And even got, players scoring on, just ground out to first base. And but back to our pitcher, he also came in the night 0-2 with a above 7 ERA and dropped that thing down, facing one of the best teams in Northwoods League.
And then Arobio came in out of the self-proclaimed Quack Pack out there in left field, and then Mike Kalin, the Beast, came in and just shut him down. And he was in kind of a tight situation, but got himself out, getting the win, getting the save.
Yeah, both pitchers, have been pretty solid for our bullpen, but to even face the Kingfish and have, runners on and walking players and like full counts and stuff, they're a very good team. So to be able to shut them out all 9 innings is definitely an accomplishment for those 2 pitchers as well.
And you mentioned it earlier, those timely hits were key for the Mallards. Maybe not a lot of them, but they were just when you needed them, whether that be, the sacrifice ground out or the Gonsolin solo shot or the Quintana single there to get the run in.
Yep.
I mean, that's just huge for the team.
Yeah, we did have a lot of timely hits last night. We even had a newcomer, Jason Goldstein, a catcher, come in yesterday in his first game, and his first hit, of course, a duck wing double. I don't know if he knew what to do with the duck wing double yet, but on the video board we definitely showed a couple duck wing double motions, and I'm sure the rest of the team has him up to par already. But that is, a great accomplishment for his first hit in his first game.
And that's big to have another catcher in here so that Gene isn't the primary workhorse here for the team. He gets a break every now and then, but to still have a bat like that on the bench, that's huge for the team.
Yeah, and we even have a third catcher also came yesterday. So right now we're looking good on catchers again, and all 3 of them have the pop and the power that I know Donnie loves to see, and such a powerful offense that we have here.
And then Anthony Gonsolin, who made that switch out to just solely pitcher now on the roster, but he can still DH, and to lose him out in the field's big, but to have his bat still in there, that's key for the team.
Oh yeah, especially after last night where he got pretty close to hitting that car out in the left field, and someone could have walked away with a free Honda CRV. Yeah, he's definitely something we don't want to get rid of, being really high in all the team leading stats and average and home runs and RBIs.
And the bullpen out there showing their love for the fellow pitcher. They were just thrilled that he hit that, and the rest of the team was too. And the fans, they were just electric all night. There was just a feel in the ballpark that you just can't describe.
Yeah, those Friday night, Saturday night crowds of at least 6,000 plus, everyone's staying here, really engaged in the team. And everyone, Mallards fans, they know who's good and who's bad. And when the arch rivals from Kenosha show up, and they still have a 5-game lead on everyone else in the division, when they show up and we get a 3-0 win, gutting it out like that, that's a good win.
And all the food was fired up. There was a smell, a feeling, just something that you have to be here to really experience. You can't really describe it. It was a great night for baseball.
It was wonderful. We had a nice sun, no rain. I have to deal with that tonight, but we'll be good. We can always remake the magic here at the Duck Pond, no matter what the situation is.
And another big game against Kenosha tonight. What's going to be key for the Mallards tonight that they need to carry on from last night?
They need to do exactly what they did with pitching again. They can give up the walks and give up the minor hits, but you got to keep them at bay and keep them off the scoreboard. They did such a good job last night with that. Giving up, they had a lot of men left on base, but no one ever crossed the plate. And that's key. Even though it's a key in every baseball game, especially against this good of a team, you want to keep that number low.
And the fielding last night was superb. I don't think there were any errors between the 2 teams. They both there might have been one here or there, but I mean, for the most part, Mikey DeKroger made a play over at third that was just incredible and really saved the momentum there for the Mallards.
And yeah, right at the end of the game, they had a man. I think they had bases loaded at the end of the game, and someone hit a ball right out to right center, and Cameron Frost out of nowhere comes, actually overran it, had to jump backwards, and still made the catch and did like a cartwheel, I think, out there. And the bullpen runs out and greets him first because they're right behind him. So even with the stellar pitching, even with stellar defense, it's still Kenosha. We still got to play our A game, and everyone has to come together just like last night. I don't see why we can't do it again.
Kenosha tonight, Wisconsin Woodchucks tomorrow. Wisconsin Woodchucks, we've beat them once, but you know, both teams are a little bit different. We've had players moving in and out, and still have a few more players here to come once the College World Series is over. What do you think the key is for the Mallards here as the first half of the season wraps up? Because they've still got a chance at that first place spot. It's not out of reach yet.
Yeah, we're only 5 games back. We still got at least a dozen games to go. New this year is the second place team also is guaranteed a spot. So right now we either tie or half a game back from Lakeshore for second place, and so is the rest of the division. The bottom, other than Kenosha, the rest of the teams are all within that second place. So we can still make this playoffs with a second place finish. Now with some more new guys coming, some well-talented new guys coming in from College World Series and losing a couple guys on the other end, I feel like the next couple of weeks we just got to make sure we're meshing together for a really big second half push. And I think in the second half, without good our offense is and some of the bright shining moments of our pitching staff that'll come through, we can make a really good second half push.
And it all starts tonight. Need to get a big win against the Kingfish. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you tomorrow night.